Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, a upcoming game by Game Labs, the same developers who brought you Ultimate General Civil War and Ultimate General Gettysburg. This is a game that takes place in the years 1890 to early 1930s. Basically the pre-Dreadnought era until the late Dreadnought era, but a little bit before aircraft carriers. It's a game that allows you to design and build ships and then fight them. It's a game that presumably with the campaign will allow you a wide range of options to kind of wage arms races against other great powers and build your own country up. It's a game that has a lot of excitement and interest around it, and it's something that I streamed the other day on my Twitch channel, and this is taken from that channel. In this episode, we're going to be looking at a battle between a battleship that we design and 3 enemy torpedo boats. So one of the hallmarks of the pre-dreadnought battleship was that they had large guns for dealing with other enemy battleships, but then they had a large battery of secondary guns, primarily to deal with enemy cruisers and destroyers to keep them off of them. These batteries became more numerous and more powerful as time went on to deal with larger and larger enemy cruisers, but also to deal with the increasing threat of torpedoes. And in today's episode, I think you'll see a pretty good demonstration of what torpedoes could do and why a large secondary armament would be necessary for a battleship, especially if it was operating outside the confines of a fleet. With that being said, this was taken from a live stream from just the other day. Let's go ahead and jump back into that live stream and pick it up from there. All right, so we're going to fight enemy torpedo boats. There's going to be 3 of them, and we're going to design a battleship to destroy enemy torpedo boats, which, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we could just have no main guns and all secondaries. We won't do that, but we will optimize the secondary battery, because with regards to pre-dreadnought ships, which is the ship design that we have here, it looks like we're going to be an American battleship. Pre-dreadnought battleships, the whole concept was your main batteries for the enemy battleships, but then you have large numbers of secondaries to keep enemy torpedo boats away from you. And so that's what we're going to go ahead and test here, is the secondary batteries. The problem against enemy fleets was those secondary batteries were so often ineffective against like main enemy ships. But we are going to go ahead and we're going to fight enemy torpedo boats because that's the scenario. And we're going to go ahead and have main turrets of, I guess, 12-inch guns, fore and aft. And then we're going to have our secondary guns. We could have 6-inch guns. Well, I can't put them anywhere, so that's awesome. Can I put them up here? Like, these designs don't work for large secondary batteries. You need a more advanced hull for the secondary batteries. What about the casemates? What, can we do 6-inchers there? Yes. Okay, so we can have 6-inch guns all over this hull as our secondaries. The problem with the 6-inchers, though, is they don't fire very rapidly. So I wonder if like a 5 or a 4-incher would work better. We can actually put 4-inchers on the upper level here, so we can have a mixture of 6-inchers and 4-inchers in our batteries here. What about 2-inchers? Because those, is there anything for those? No. What about secondaries? Like just not in casemates. We could do 3-inchers here. Can they fit on the main deck? I guess they'd be in the way of the turret, but we can put 3-inchers up here, so we can put 2 3-inchers here. We put them along. We don't need these. Do we really need these boats? We're not going to ever send anyone off on lifeboats. Come on. What about on the very rear? It'll probably be in the way. Really? That won't block the fire of the main batteries? I'm pretty sure anybody out here manning a 3-inch gun is going to get killed by the blast effect. Oh, does it overlap with the ship is overweight? Okay, we can worry about that later. Yeah, this is actually going to cut into the field of fire for these guns, so we're actually not going to do that. All right. So we've got these 3-inchers up here. I would love to put some along the side here. It doesn't look like I can do that. So in terms of our ship right now, we've got 4 12-inch guns. We've got 16 6-inch guns, 8 4-inch guns, and 2 3-inch guns. I have a heavier 6-inch battery than I think would normally be the case, but my theory is, one, a 6-inch shell is going to do a lot of damage against a torpedo boat, and then my other theory is that I want to engage these enemy ships at a greater range than when they get in close with their torpedoes, and so if they are in real close with their torpedoes, that's going to be problematic for us. So I think if we've got the bigger secondary battery, we've got a better chance of taking the enemy out at a further range. We're going to go with increased numbers of shells. We're going to go with, I guess black powder is the only option. Enhanced reloading for faster reloading. I'm actually going to cut down on the armor belt here just to save some weight because the armor belt doesn't really do much for us, I don't think, against torpedoes. Oh, it does prevent shells or torpedoes from penetrating horizontally to the heart of the... Okay, maybe we don't want to do that. Maybe we'll keep that. The deck armor won't matter really at all, so we can cut that down. Because, we're going to be going against minimal. And the turret armor is a lot less important, too, because we're going against small enemy torpedo boats. Now, this might be gaming the system a little bit to be like, oh, we don't need armor because we know we're fighting torpedo boats. But that's what we're doing. All right, so do that. Single hull bottom, we can't do double. Do citadel. Standard bulkheads. We'll do compound armor, that'll save us some weight. Boilers, natural. All right, all of that. Range can be very short. We don't need a long-range ship. This is a fast pre-dreadnought. I don't know of any pre-dreadnoughts that make 22 knots. I mean, we've got money, so I guess we can make it bigger. The weight isn't actually helping us at all. We probably want a lot of bulkheads if we're going to be going against torpedoes. You don't actually have torpedo protection, do we? Yeah. That's not a thing yet, I guess. So mainly it's just more on speed and bulkheads. I'll never get out ahead of the more weight I add, it doesn't actually help at all. Alright, so maybe we cut the weight a little bit. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. It costs too much money. I don't need an extended belt, I don't think. Okay. Alright, so we'll strip the belt extended down. The secondary armor can be stripped way down too. And the conning tower too. Alright, so that'll get us down under cost. Doesn't quite get us to where we need to be for weight. Can we increase the size of the ship at all? Does that help on weight? Some parts are badly placed. Alright, so we'll do that. Alright, so the ship will now consist of 4 12-inch guns, 16 6-inch guns, 8 4-inch guns, 2 3-inch guns. And it can make 19 knots, 19 and a half knots, which I think is pretty fast for a battleship of this era. I can't believe the original design was 22 knots. And we'll see how we fare against enemy torpedo boats. So, yeah. You guys talking about the game's campaign? I have empty casemates. Do I? But do I have anything I can put in the empty casemates? I think I'd need, like, smaller guns for those casemates, right? I don't have empty casemates. These are all occupied. Looks like there's one hole here. but it doesn't look like it's giving me the option to put anything in there. There might be an empty casemate down there. Oh no, but that puts us above budget and weight. Could go with many bulkheads. I guess we'll do that. We'll go with many. Weight offset's a little bit, we're about 16% overweight in the front, but we'll see. We'll see how this works out for us, guys. 3 torpedo boats versus 1 battleship. We're going to go with aggressive, and I think we want HE shells, right? Because, you're going to overpen everything with large guns anyway. Our turrets are slowly turning into action. Enemy shells are careening in. What's the range? They're about 3.5 kilometers out. We'll see if our secondaries are actually doing anything here at this range. Probably not. They're not super accurate. There go some main round shells. So you can see they're turning to close the distance. These enemy ships, I don't know what their caliber is. Okay. We only have a 1.2% chance of a hit against them. Well, I guess you fire enough rounds, eventually you get that 1.2%, right? I probably want to keep the distance somewhat, or at least continually change course to make their torpedo spreads more challenging. Of course, how effective my fire will be against small things like this at this range is pretty in question. I've already taken at least 1 hit. It looks like the rear turret area is green. 1.4% chance hit here, 1.4 here, 1.3 here. Yeah, as far as the campaign for the game, what they've announced so far is that you will control a great power, you'll have a budget that you have to build a fleet with, and you'll participate in an arms race. So presumably it will be somewhat similar to Rule the Waves, I would expect, but it's kind of uncertain how the wars will shape out. It does sound, and I'm pretty happy about that, it does sound like the game is not going to follow a Civil War, Ultimate General Civil War approach where there's just these scripted battles and all you do is manage your navy or your army between battles, and then like there's no actual political side of things. It does sound like that will end up being a component you have to factor in, but it's a little uncertain, exactly how that will all shape out. So we'll end up seeing, obviously, when the game gets a little bit further along. I think the thing I'm the most excited about is to see how that does indeed shape up. No torpedoes so far that I can see. We're really not hitting them either. We've been firing a lot of rounds to basically no effect. Our own ship looks like it's taken up some rounds, but everything's green, which I'm assuming means hits that have done nothing. If we take a look at the reports and include low, we can see mid-belt blocked, mid-belt blocked, mid-belt partial penetration. We have a damaged casemate. So these torpedo boats have 3 inchers. Why the hell can't we at least score a single hit? Come on, guys. They're not rapidly maneuvering. Oh, there we got one. 169 over pen. Not seeing any torpedoes in the water yet. Don't see any enemy torpedo boats kind of swarming in on their own. They're basically content, by the looks of it, to fight us in a line of battle formation, which perhaps, while unexciting for us to fight them in, is definitely the way I'd prefer to fight them. I'm going to continue to turn away from them and hope that that they continue doing this, because if they want to fight gun to gun, 3-inch shells aren't going to do very well against us. You can see that we got another hit on this guy. His flotation's down under 80, structure's down under 80 as well, or around 80. He is turning in. I don't know if he's like charging in on us now, trying to get a good torpedo strike, or if he's just trying to turn away. He's probably turning in to do a torpedo strike here. So we're going to turn away from him, lengthen the distance, shorten the silhouette that the torpedo can aim for. Really would like another hit here. Everything's short. Just come up a little bit, you guys. Literally, you guys. That whole salvo and broadside did nothing. Okay. Alright, we're going to go completely about. I'm going to speed things up a little bit. I'm assuming there's torpedoes in the water somewhere over here. He's still on fire. We repaired all the float damage, but the structure damage will remain. I don't see anything in terms of torpedoes actually in the water yet. 2.1 kilometers. 2. Maybe he's just switching his spot in line because he took damage. I'm not sure. Let's switch our fire over to the other lead torpedo boat. We're going to run the opposite direction here. I guess the one challenge in this fight might be destroying them in 20 minutes. We're going to have to close to get any more accurate, but that's the risk here, is by closing we're going to... Oh, nice. An overpen there. We just need a couple hits. That's really all we need. Still no sign of any torpedoes in the water yet. Literally, like a handful of hits will end this fight. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try and close the distance a little bit. We're still at about 2 kilometers here. Another big hit here, 343 damage. He's down under 75 structure. I'll probably switch fire to this rear torpedo boat. It's under 1.6 kilometers. It's actually closer. So they're going to charge up my butt. I was just looking to see if we could get any more hits on him and finish off the one we've already got damaged. He's got a fire blazing in below the front of his ship. He's at under 60%, what do you call it? Is it not system, structure? 350 there. 56. He's getting hit hard. He looks like he's dead in the water. 410. Those are some good hits there. He's largely dead in the water in a blaze. Let's fire at the rear torpedo boat here. Gotta keep an eye open for any torpedoes. Wait, did we take a torpedo? We've got 77 structure and 93 float. Torpedo hits the battleship. Apparently we hit bow extended. We did take a torpedo. Shit, I didn't even notice. Well, float's still at 93, so float's still good. Structure's at 73. We're only making 12.5 knots. That is not good. That means if they come in close with a torpedo, we're going to be in some serious trouble. We're set to flank. We're trying to speed up a little bit. I thought with the reverse turn there that we would have been okay from torpedoes, but maybe not. This guy's structure is down to 48. He's got fires blazing fore and aft on his ship. So maybe the fires will burn him out and kill him. Glado also is in rough shape. We're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. I did not see any torpedoes in the water. Alright, so he should be done, right? Both these guys should be done. Feels like they should be done anyway. Alright, he's for sure a goner. Under 60 for float. Structure's under 20. Oh shit! Torpedo! Ah, there's no way I'm gonna avoid that! Ah! They come in and I don't spot them until it's already too late. Where's the one healthy enemy? It's back behind me. How's my structure at 50? I guess torpedoes probably will play havoc with your structure. Alright. We're going to switch fire back over to this guy over here. Oh, he's at 3 structure. He's at 10. They both should be sinking. Alright, this guy's sinking. Come on, give me a good hit. Alright, he should be done. Did we fire torpedoes? Another one! God damn it! Alright, well, we got the other. Now it's just us and the one remaining torpedo boat. Our structure damage is below 40. That's not good. So what have we taken? 3 torpedoes? Three torpedoes have hit us. We've got 6 minutes left. I don't think I'm going to sink him before the time runs out. .1 kilometers. I mean, if we get a good main battery hit on him, we could finish him pretty quick. But that doesn't seem likely. 4 minutes left. He's getting out ahead of us with his speed. I'm trying to turn. There's a torpedo in the water here. God damn it. That might have just finished us. Torpedo into the rear of our ship. Whoa, 4,000. Yes! Yes, we got him just in time! Just before we sank. Woo! Mission complete. Alright, everybody, and that's going to do it for this episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. In it, we fought a squadron of enemy torpedo boats and were able to successfully, if only by the skin of our teeth, hold the enemy off long enough to win a victory against them. It was a pretty tight thing. I thought I was going to lose throughout that battle. You kind of heard my excitement there at the end as things finally tilted in our favor. But it's a pretty interesting little battle. I mean, you know, I kind of think of the Naval Academy as a bit of a tutorial, but that may be an unfair characterization. They basically just seem like design challenges, right? That's the way the game kind of frames them. It kind of says, oh, these are, you're learning about these different scenarios, right? You're testing main batteries against heavily armored ships. You're testing ships against lightly armored ships. But nowhere really in the scenarios is it walking you or hand-holding you through how to win the battles. It's just kind of saying, hey, here's the scenario, and learn for yourself what some of the different design ideas you need to think about or you need to factor in when you're designing your ship. So it's kind of an interesting way to teach and learn, and I don't know if it's that way because this game is still in an alpha state or if that will look that way when the game comes out more fully. But in any event, it's been a really fun early look at this game as at the state it currently is in, and I really can't wait for the first update to the game where they start adding things. The one I'm really looking forward to is the campaign. With that being said, guys, that is going to do it for this episode, so I hope you did enjoy, and until next time, as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you once again for watching, and until next time, I'm out.